Hello, everyone. How's it going? Right, we're good to go here. Sorry for the delay. I was just getting a coffee, so ready to go. I'm just going to check my settings here. Make sure everything is up and running. Get some music. I don't know if you can hear my music there. All right, should be good to go. Let me just turn off my preview here. Hey, how's it going, Mark? All right, let me make sure it's not coming through there. Okay. Cool. Uh, sounds okay. Music sounds. Can you guys hear the music? No good way to check because I'm like listening to stuff and the music. It's weird. Anyways. Okay, cool. Let's get back in here. So we were working on well, we didn't really do much work on Lost Orbit last week. We kind of talked about a lot of things, and I was gonna get a bunch of stuff done before today's stream to kind of prepare for actually doing some work, but I didn't do any of that. So we're gonna do a little bit of that today. I've been busy making GIFs and finishing a trailer and updating our website and stuff. So I'm going to be announcing, well, not really announcing, but we're just going to be doing like a new press release soon. Showcase our trailer. Can't hear the music. Oh, that's not desktop audio. I don't know what is. Weird. Okay, let me restart that music. Let me see. Yeah, strange. Why you no pick up my desktop music? Bum, 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 bum. Oh, there we go. How's that? Can you hear some music now? Just sound like this movement. Yeah, sweet. All right, cool. Okay, where are we? What is it today? Is Monday today? Oh, my brain is so fried today. I was up super late last night watching Mark and also working on some stuff. And then I got up early and I spent most of my evening at the fire pit yesterday, so is I don't know, like smoked out or something. I don't know. To it. Sorry, just adjusting some levels here. All right, cool. It's definitely your fault, Mark. The stream was far too entertaining. It was really good though. I wish I didn't get a chance to play the Stream Raiders or whatever. Is that what it's called? Stream Raiders? I played the first night. I didn't get a chance to do it yesterday, but I like it. It's cool. It's a fun way to like interact with your community and stuff, eh? I like that you can I don't know, like people put down units and stuff and then they could see updates and you like interact with them. Oh, are they? Yeah, that's cool. So is it like overarching? Like for me, like if I level up my dudes, can I send them to different streamers and it's like the same dude? So if I have like a Jeff, can I like put Jeff into your battle and then if I watch somebody else later, Jeff can also like fight with them? Is there like this overarching you can visit any other streamer? Oh, that's cool. That's cool. So you're like mercenaries. You can just kind of align yourself with whoever's doing quests and stuff. Is there PvP? Can like a streamer I watch fight another streamer I watch, and I have to choose an allegiance? That'd be kind of fun too. Yeah, it's a really cool idea, especially if that's how it works, because regardless of who you're watching, if they're playing this game, hey, I changed the name of this thing. YouTube just told me I'm doing code with Fluffy. It's rude. Well, I changed it on here too. Well, very well. Hold on. I gotta change my little tagline thing here for Twitch. I changed it through OBS. I guess it didn't actually push it. Rude. Sometimes it does. Sometimes it does a good job. I guess today it was just like, yeah, no. Oh, yeah, no, okay. Level design with Alex. This one that I'm watching, say that. Oh, well. Hey, Nita, how's it going? I am becoming a mercenary, yeah. I'm a food mercenary. I come to your house and help you eat your dinner. Oh, there is PvP? Oh, cool. That's awesome. You could like fight Poot Nation one day. Yeah, it's a pretty good mercenary, right? Oh no, I have too much cheese. I need someone to come help me. Did you guys watch Seinfeld? There is that episode where they have too many bagels, or like no, not bagels, muffin bottoms, and they call Newman at the end, and he eats all their muffins. That's like his like job. He's like the cleaner, and he just goes and eats all your stuff for you if you have too much stuff to eat. I always remember that. It was really funny. Okay, so we're gonna do a pirate theme for this level. So what I'm going to do today is I'm actually just going to make a bunch of prefabs out of the stuff we already have. So it should be pretty cool. Yeah, the more I play, the higher level I get as a commander. So actually, oh, that's cool. Oh man, Hollow Knight is so good. I've been actually, it's been really nice watching you play it because I get to enjoy all the awesome things that I love about Hollow Knight without any of the stress of me being terrible at it. So it's pretty awesome. I'm not horrible at it. It's just like later end game. Definitely tried my patience. Oh, sorry. My Discord over here. Ba, 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 ba. Yeah, did you guys hear? Sony bought a bit of, or invested into a bit of Discord today. It's kind of cool. And we're playing. Yeah, there's something about that game, eh? I mean, there's a lot of things about Hollow Knight that are amazing. It's beautiful. It has great music. It has really good sound effects. It's funny. I don't pay attention to that much in some games, but in that game, there's something about the sound effects that are like amazing. Just like the water dripping, and you're just kind of like hanging out, and there's just like little bloops behind you and stuff. I don't know. I just really like it. It's been really nice to like work to. I had you on in the background playing the game, and just yeah, empanada and all that kind of sort of empanada. I don't know. It's a beautiful game. I really liked it too. Like I really got into it for a while, and then rebuying it on Switch. Switch is the ultimate test whether you really like a game. It's like, are you willing to buy it again? Maybe. Okay. So let's plan out some stuff for this level. Or no, let's make some prefabs first. It's not very exciting, but pretty important. So I'm going to open up. So we're using an asset pack that I built. It's one of mine. So you can have this too if you'd like to purchase it. But anyways, we're going to be using this asset store pack, this Pirate Cove pack that I made. And I made a demo scene out of it. And I have prefabs of like all the individual items and stuff like that. So, let's open up the Pirate Cove here. Bumpanada. Oh man, so great. It is the greatest noise in that game. The greatest little sound effect. reminds me of like, you know, like old rare games or something like Banjo-Kazooie or that kind of old school styling of just, you know, characters don't actually speak English. They just make like fun noises and stuff, and I like it. I like it. It does, right? And there's something special about Banjo-Kazooie, and like I played ukulele, and they did a pretty good job too. But there's something about Banjo-Kazooie that was just so special at the time. Just like Kazooie's honks and banjos like yes and stuff, and oh man, I don't know, it was just really good. Okay, so I have this like little pirate or little whatever wooden den thing I built here, which is pretty cool. And I do have all these pieces, so these guys I don't really need to make extra prefabs for, although I may want to make like longer versions of them all. I think I have a bridge too. Yeah, I got like up bridges, and I think I have a couple like down bridges. So smash boats and stuff. So we got a lot of stuff, but I do. These houses are kind of built out of like individual pieces. Like I made windows and window boxes and walls and stuff, which is cool if you want to make something very specific. But if you want to cover a whole level really quickly with just like background assets, I don't really want to build every single thing out of individual walls and floors all the time. You know, I want to do that when I have to like connect things, but a lot of the times I just want to make something cool and fun and interesting. So, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take this door. First, I'm going to split up this little thing here. So, so I'll show you kind of how I do that. It's kind of dumb, but it works. So I'm going to take this door. I'm going to duplicate it because I want my pivot to just kind of be here. I'm going to unpack this prefab since it's a prefab. I just want it to be an object. I'm going to delete the actual doors from here. And we will call this Pirate House Fort. Houses Chunk A. Yeah, Banjo-Kazooie. And like I remember playing Conquer, and I loved Conquer because it had like full voice acting and it was amazing. But I don't know, Banjo-Kazooie just I don't think it'd be good if they actually like voice acted everything, right? It'd be weird. So what I'm gonna do, I'll show you kind of a fun little trick I do. I want to make sure that I get to all the things that I need. So with Unity, sometimes you kind of forget what you've added already and what you've selected already. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take all these things. I kind of wish you could drag and drop them or copy some of this stuff in there, but I'm going to move them into this pirate chunk fort. But now that I've done that, I actually don't know what I've moved in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to deactivate this this game object here. And the cool thing about that is now when I add things, right? So this is, you know, hey, we're selecting all this stuff here. That's the back of something. Going to drag the stuff in here, and it's going to disappear automatically because I have that object turned off. So it's the fun little thing I use to help me organize my stuff. All right, I'm just gonna take this whole house here, and it's okay that it's not going to be complete. It's only going to be a chunk of it. I'm kind of going to use it just to kind of like place my houses around and stuff like that. Pro tips. Yeah, you know what? I mean, it's just stuff that I've just done so much that I have become annoyed with. So then, you know, I just find my own little solutions for things, and there might be better solutions out there for all I know. But I don't know them. Oh yeah. Sometimes Unity's stupid. Sometimes if you select like a sub-object, it also tries to move it individually, and it's like, oh, you can't do that. That's part of a prefab, bud. Okay, no. Just do it. Just do the smart thing. We were talking the other day, or today, I guess it was, on our Discord. there's a movie on Netflix called The Mitchells versus the Machines, and it's like a new made for Netflix animated movie. If you have not watched it, you should go watch it. It's amazing. I was laughing quite a lot. And it was just a nice surprise. I didn't even know it was like a thing that was coming out. And then all of a sudden, there's just this like animated movie. And I'm a sucker for animated movies. And all of a sudden, bam, it's just on Netflix. So I was like, yeah, whatever. I'll watch this with my kids. We were just like having lunch or something. It was so good. I think I liked it more than my kid did. There's a couple times where he asked me, he's like, why are you laughing, Dada? Like, it's his dad is dumb, buddy. It's a stupid thing sometimes. Anyways, yeah, if you feel like watching an animated movie, highly recommend it. It's by one of the writers of Gravity Falls too. So if you like Gravity Falls, hey, how's it going, Skeeter83? Yeah, no worries. Okay, so we have this guy here. This is our Pirates chunk. I guess we'll add this in here too. Yeah, it's really cool. Anyways, I still haven't watched Mortal Kombat. It's crazy. Little Play Pirates. You know, I've been making new prefab and like folders for all this asset store stuff, but I'm just gonna keep it in here because it feels silly moving this stuff around. There's no reason. Create. So many create options now. Where's the new folder? Chunks. Just going, if you want to see what I'm doing here, nothing exciting. I just made a new folder here, and I'm just gonna throw this chunk here in my project. So I now have a prefab of this little thing. Oh, no worries, Mark. Yeah, so now we have this little chunk here. It's not anything crazy, but again, my phone is ringing. Why is my phone on? Does that ever surprise you? Like the volume on your phone is on, and you're just like, why? I don't call people. I don't want to know when people are calling me. It's insane. Insane. Sorry, let's turn this off so nobody bothers me. Volume. Get out of here. Yeah, I'm so glad Microsoft didn't buy Discord. It would be crazy. So anyway, Sony bought a bit of Discord today, I guess. That's the news. Okay, so then we have this like tower thing here. I'm going to not going to do this bottom bit because I guess I want that. Let's just do this one here. This will be Pirate Fort. I just call that one Chunk. I guess that's fine. Power. Okay. Chunk's not the best name for the thing I just made. Okay, let's unpack this thing. All right, so same thing. I'm gonna hide this and let's add some stuff in there. Pirates. I know, yeah, it's gonna be awesome. I'm so glad we decided on this. I don't know why we didn't think about this before. Especially like for realsies pirates, you know? just gonna adjust this a little bit here, just so it's usable on its own. Where did you go? Pirate Forge Tower. Yeah, pirates is gonna be sweet. Maybe that's what our sword can be. It could be a pirate-themed item. I guess it doesn't really look pirate-esque, but whatever. It could be a treasure that the pirates had. When we eventually do our updates and stuff, we wanted to like group it with a level. Oh, I also did so much digging yesterday. We bought one of those like gigantic bags of dirt, and I like shoveled all the dirt in a wheelbarrow and moved it around. It was a lot of work. Dirt's heavy. Even when it's not heavy, it's pretty heavy, you know? Get out of your palm trees. Need you rocks. Just gonna hide these guys for now. Well, hide them. Well, just delete them. I'm not gonna save this file, so. Yeah, I even got some pirate chips we could use. We can specify these a little bit. Throw some jet engines on them. How you doing, Mark? How was your weekend? This is my foot chunk. I don't need that. Okay. Same thing here. Pirate. Building. Wall. Alright, so yeah, right now we're just making some prefabs, and then I'm going to make just a few, and then we're going to go back into the level and start kind of white boxing out some ideas and seeing what we can do with that. So this is people who might just be joining us. This is an asset pack that I made for the Unity asset store that we're just going to use for this game, probably just as like a starting kind of base for now, but if it looks fine, we'll leave it, and if it doesn't, then we'll have a good set of items to remake, and kind of, you know, it'll be a nice like white boxing tool regardless of how we end up using it in the finale. So I have no idea what I selected here. Okay, let's over there. Should be pretty fun. I love white boxing with stuff that's already like kind of done, because then I don't know, you just feel very confident that, you know, it'll be what you're putting down. And the nice thing I really like about doing this too, even if it's like a just whatever simplified asset, is you have like a really good list of things to make after, you know. I did that for the other level, the Costa Canyon. We used some low poly rocks from one of my other asset store bits that I made, and we anyway, so I put them in and I like made up the whole level, and then I got one of our guys, Chunk, to basically take those rocks, like I gave him all the low poly ones, and then he just made them look better. Um, and that was awesome. Like he, there's no questions about what was going to work or not work. Um, what sizes. Like he had a lot of kind of like mandates to hit, and maybe that's a little restrictive, but also it's kind of nice knowing that when he finished those things, I could just replace them, and they were just fine. So, I haven't select any of these things. What did I just put in there? Guess we'll find out. Weird. Maybe I deselected something by accident. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, the clouds were a little different. Like it was. You're right. Like it is the exact same thing. The only reason it was a little different is because the way he made them, you couldn't really like rotate them because he put like a gradient on the bottom to kind of give them like a better base and stuff like that. So I kind of replaced some of those anyways, but I still did replace them. Like they were still the general same size and stuff like that. So it was still pretty great. Okay, so then we have this thing here. Oops. I'm gonna rename this first chunk that I made. Oops. How's it going, Vince? You should come hang out with Mark's stream when he's playing Hollow Knight. You would reminisce as well about the good old days of Hollow Knight. Is Silksong ever coming out? This thing's kind of big. And this thing, I can maybe use this thing. It's kind of just, it's kind of dumb. It's very like specific to what I have here. And should I make these into prefabs? They're just straight pieces. I'm just going to redo those. But what I might make into prefabs is just like little like arrangements, I guess, if you want to call them that. But we'll see. Anyways, I think that's enough for now. Oh yeah, you'd have to replay the whole thing. Like you wouldn't be able to just to go back and just like jump back in there because crazy. You should buy in the Switch. That's what I did when I ended up replaying it. I didn't beat it again, so it's not like it really helped in that regard, but still nice playing it again. Okay, so we have this house. I duplicated this prefab, so this is house B now. I'm just gonna kind of jig this house a little bit just to have like a different thing here. I'm just gonna put that here for now. Just gonna make like a simple little box house, I think. Something I could add on to later. I probably don't need like a full square one. I just want to make some like little shanty ones. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. What kind of rooftops do I have here? I got some regular ones. I didn't do any flat rooftops, eh? I guess I could just do like railings and stuff. A lot of cool Marvel stuff got somewhat announced today. Nothing like super crazy, but they did show a little footage of the Eternals. Pretty cool to see. And they announced like the names and stuff from a lot of new upcoming Marvel stuff. Like Captain Marvel's sequel is going to be called Marvels. Um, so I think it features like a lot of the like the Marvel characters. I don't know how to say that. Like Captain Marvel, Miss Marvel. I forgot the other woman from WandaVision. What's her name? Yeah, she is. They already announced. I don't know if you knew, but um, Miss Marvel, that's Kamala Khan, right? She's the actress they got to play her. She's here from Brampton. Yeah, they have a picture of her on set too. It looks really awesome. Yeah, yeah, it's pretty neat. Um, and she looks like the part so much. It's great. You know, if anybody could pull off Miss Marvel like movie with like big stretchy arms and stuff, it's definitely the current Marvel Disney Studios. It's such a like crazy premise. I mean, I guess Fantastic Four is like that too. But they announced an official Fantastic Four movie as well. They didn't announce like a date or anything like that, so it's probably still years to come. But they did officially add it to their release schedule or slate or whatever you want to call it. So that's pretty cool. Oh man, so much, so much. The new Thor looks like it's going to be awesome just from the sounds of it because they haven't like, shown anything. Um, they announced the Black Panther movie. It's going to be called Wakanda Forever. What else? A whole bunch of stuff. But anyways, I am a huge Marvel fanboy, so I am very much looking forward to all of that. No, no mention of Moon Knight. Is he getting a show? They didn't really talk about any of the shows because there's like a bunch of shows that they still have coming out. I think he's getting a show. Because like She-Hulk's getting a show like really soon, I think too, and they didn't really mention any of that. It was just like a big movie fest where they just they had like a trailer about everybody going to the movies and kind of missing the movies and that kind of stuff. So um, just gonna make just this little house here. Should be awesome. I started playing. I finally finished Assassin's Creed Valhalla weekend, which had a really like I really liked it, but as far as story goes, I feel like either somebody got fired at some point and like they got somebody else to like finish the story, or I don't know, they just something weird happened. It's the story just like it just didn't make any sense unless I like really didn't get something or like skipped a cinematic somewhere, but like you get to like the end of like one of the there's two stories like there's like the overarching kind of Assassin's Creed story with like the Templars and stuff, and then there's like the also the kind of like Templar story, but more like within the timeline itself, within England. And so like you get to the end and they reveal like this bad guy and he's like trying to get you and stuff, and you're just like, why are you the bad guy in this? And even like later on, like you talk to a different character that like knew this person, and they're like, yeah, this person did this, and they're like, huh, that's weird. I don't know why he would do that. All of a sudden, try and murder you. It's so weird. I was just like, why is this happening? Why is this person the bad guy? I'm so confused. And then like the main story with like the king and stuff, you were like waging this war against this kingdom, and then you got to this area and you like defeat the king and his army, but they like allude to this being like a ruse to like get you away from the king and whatever. And then it just ends. And then the king, you just like don't hear from him again until you like run into him later at it on a different mission. and then you're kind of like friends with them, like you're talking to them. It's I don't just it definitely felt like somebody was just like, whatever, no one's gonna play 100 hours of this game. Just finish it. Just with nobody, it's fine. Very strange. Anyways, so I finished that, so that was nice. I really liked it, but it definitely dragged on. I love Viking mythology, but it's definitely not my favorite of the recent Assassin's Creeds. So the Viking stuff was, I don't know, it just wasn't as interesting as I thought it was going to be, or what they did with it. I really liked Origins. If you guys played that one, it's the one in ancient Egypt. I'm a big ancient Egypt fan. I was when I was a kid. I used to read like a crap ton of books about it, so I really like that one. I liked Odyssey a lot too. We've all heard, Greek stories and Spartan stories a billion times, but I still really liked it. So very cool. Cool. Messages. Okay, sorry, I was just reading a Discord message here. Okay, so then I started playing Assassin's Creed, or not Jesus. I started playing Marvel's Avengers or whatever, the Square Enix game, whatever. And oh my God, it's been a long time since I like had a love-hate relationship with a game. So like I don't care about any of the online stuff that they have, like the Destiny games as a service kind of jazz. It's not my cup of tea. But I really wanted to play the single player because it was Eidos or whatever. They made like the Tomb Raider games and stuff, and I really liked those. And I was like, yeah, this is probably gonna be great. And so I'm like, whatever, I'll just play through the single player game, and hopefully the multiplayer stuff won't get in the way too much. And it feels very tacked on right now when you're playing single player. Like everything's about resources, and the market shop shit's coming up all the time, and they're like, oh, get all these skins, and just so many things to buy. It's a little like in your face. But anyways, you start the story, and it like visually is amazing, and Kamala Khan is like an awesome character. She's like well acted. The story is really cool, and like so far I like all the kind of interaction with the Avengers and stuff. um and all that is really cool. And then you get to like gameplay, and you're just kind of like, what is this shit? It's so disappointing so far. Like playing as the Avengers is kind of cool. The Hulk's kind of fun because he just kind of smashes and bashes. I only did the intro with Thor and Iron Man so far, and they were pretty like. Iron Man was especially mediocre. I was just like, it's lame. Um, Again, I've only played like the intro of the game, so it might get a lot better. I'm definitely gonna stick with it. But then I was playing like all of Kamala's stuff, and I love the like kind of like story stuff behind it, and like you discovering your powers and doing a bunch of stuff, and that's really cool. Um, but as far as gameplay goes, it's so clunky. I feel like doing platforming. I'm just like falling off edges sometimes, and I'm like hitting buttons when they come up. Yeah, and I don't know. I'm still enjoying my time so far, and especially from the story point of view. Like, um, this is, I guess this is a mini spoiler if you want a total fresh entrance into the game. But the beginning of the game, Kamala is like a kid, and she wins, or she's a finalist in this like essay or comic book contest, not essay contest. So she gets invited to the helicarrier for like the final competition where they're going to pick the winner. And you get to walk around this like festival that they have, and there's like little mini games you can play for each Avenger, and like read up on the history. And she ends up like running into a bunch of the Avengers and having like cool little moments with it, and that stuff is awesome. And then sometimes playing as Kamala is great. Like her animation and stuff is wild. Like her fists get huge and she gets big, and she does all this crazy stretchy stuff, and it's like a technical marvel as far as them like pulling off all this animation and making it feel good. But sometimes they're just like, oh yeah, just jump and hit the X button while in the air, and she'll like grapple hook to things, and you hit the X button when the X thing is up, and just she doesn't do anything, and you just fall to your death like 4 times in a row, and then you do the same thing on the fifth time, and she grapples up, and you're like, what are you guys doing here? You guys have made a lot of these games. Like, why is this not working properly? And a personal pet peeve of mine, which this game does as well, is if you like, there's a lot of platforming so far, and it's very linear, so it's kind of like Uncharted or whatever, at Tomb Raider, right? But so like you fall off sometimes or you die or whatever. And a big pet peeve of mine is if you're making a platforming game and you expect people to fall off a lot, just move the character back to the last checkpoint or whatever and let them like do it again. They did it like the lazy way, so every time you fall off an edge, it goes to like a 30-second loading screen, and it drives me crazy. Like, I hit a checkpoint, I do a run, a jump, I fall down, and she goes, and then falls down. And then I have to watch this like loading screen for, maybe 30 seconds is an exaggeration, but like it's all these like slow shots of all the Avengers doing moves. And it's like, dudes, I'm just trying to do a jump. Like, just get me back in here. Like, that's not a hard thing to program. Like, what are you resetting? Like, nothing has happened so far. I get if I was in a big fight and I like was halfway through and I killed a bunch of guys and a bunch of animations got fired off and things got blown up, then you got a lot of stuff to reset and maybe you want to reload a level. But if I'm just running and I fall off the damn thing, just put me back. Just put me back. Let me do it again. Oh, I hate it. I hate it. It makes you not want to take any risks in exploring whatsoever because I'm just like, I don't know if I can jump here. It looks like I might be able to jump there. There might be a secret or a collectible. But if I fall down, I gotta wait for 30 seconds to have this damn game load up again. And I don't, a lot of times, like, the technical side of the game makes me not want to play the game freely because I'm just like, oh my God, this is gonna suck. Um, or something like Assassin's Creed, like, even if you die and stuff, like they do a loading screen, but it's just, I don't know, it's like a lot more forgiving or something. I don't know. Anyways, stupid pet peeve, but it bothers me sometimes. Anyways, aside from that, it's good. Visually, it's stunning. Yeah, visually, it's amazing. There's a couple moments where like, I was doing like a Hulk chase sequence where like the Hulk was after me, and it was awesome. Stuff is like smashing everywhere, and everything's breaking, and you're smashing through stuff, and like I don't know. Then you're fighting. Oh my God. Sorry, I guess the bark was on super loud, I guess. Scared the hell out of me. It's good timing. I was like writing a story. Good heart attack timing. Sorry, just 1 second here. Did it? Yeah, sweet. It must be really loud or something. I don't even know why. I guess it's just through. Yeah, I don't know. Wherever the sound's coming from, it was loud. Okay, well that's good. As long as you're scaring yourself a little bit too, that's good. Okay. Sorry, we're just making some decisions about the Rumble and pricing and stuff, so I just gotta answer this quickly. Um, what you programming? I'm programming nothing. How's it going, Apocalypse? I am a terrible programmer. You do not want to watch me program stuff. So, oh, sorry, I reading the messages backwards. You're talking. Sorry. It's pretty quiet, and then woof woof. Yeah, I know. Why is it so loud? Where's that coming from? Is it? Oh, okay. It's because on my OBS I have my desktop audio at like full blast, but then I have the music that I'm trying to get from the desktop on really quiet, and I forgot that that stuff would come through the desktop too. So, okay, hold on. Let me lower this a bit to prevent some heart attacks. this music a little. Okay, let's put this music up a little and turn that down a little. Okay, how's that? Can you guys hear me still? Is the music super loud? Let me know if it's weird or anything. It should be better balance. Fixing some bugs on a personal project. Sweet. What kind of personal project you working on? If you want to talk about it or say anything. If not, that's totally cool. Obviously. Okay, so I've made a couple of these prefabs. And while I was making them, I was kind of thinking in my brain, as I do in my brain sometimes, about what I want to do with this stuff. Let's keep these hidden. That's fine. Bugs. Bugs are like, yeah, this most of your life. Game dev. This cool program we're working on for I'm trying to think of ways for like to market the game and to eventually get it out there and stuff, but we're going to be announcing this content creator influencer program this week. And basically if you're like an influencer and you like Rocket Rumble and you're willing to stream it, I think you have to have like a certain amount of followers or views or whatever. I don't know how it works. I'm not really. I mean, I'm in charge, I guess, but we're getting a smart PR company to actually help us with the stuff that I have no idea how to do. And I don't know how early I want to put these in. So far, I'm just going to test out some of these assets. But anyways, if you're like if you're a developer or an influencer and you like Rocket Rumble and you want to stream it for your fans, then you can join our influencer program if you like. And what will basically happen is we will if you promise to stream the game or agree to stream the game X amount of times within like a month or whatever, there's all these like rules, we'll make you some assets for the game for your fans. So then you'll get like a code and then you type in like, whatever Pixelots and then should I not be talking about this, Angie? Is this too soon? I figured it's fine. It's not like a new program. Like people are doing this already. Anyways, but yeah, it's kind of cool. So then we'll like build you stuff in games. So if you want like some icons or something like that for your fans, then kind of do like a little quid pro quo kind of deal. I think in charge, I guess. I don't know. I never feel like I'm really in charge. I don't know what I'm doing. I think that's the big thing. I felt if I knew what I was doing, maybe I would feel more in charge. I feel Angie's more in charge than I am. I'm just making levels and stuff. You're making all the hard things. Do I? I don't even know about that anymore. Yeah, I own a dog too, but he doesn't do what I tell him. Anybody can own things, Vince. Okay, I'm not actually placing these here because whatever, but I'm just going to just to see how these look. We kind of did this last time, but there was this like really big asset, so it's like really hard to see what the hell was going on. So I just kind of want to see what it looks like when I can finally kind of put a couple things in there. It's ambient occlusion, man. That's what makes everything looks good. This is just like literally brown boxes that are like, low poly and faceted and stuff like that. And an ambient occlusion just makes everything look magic. But yeah, anyways, yeah, this level, I think it's going to be pretty cool. So let me just, let me boot it up here. Let's see what it looks like. I know. I think I'm very also hesitant about the whole like being in charge thing. Um, Not that, I'm not in charge. Whatever, if like we had to make a decision, I would have to make it, obviously. And I don't want to design everything by committee, but I also don't want to make it like seem like, I get the say on like everything that happens because I don't want that either. I worked for a company like that and it sucked. Um, where nobody's input was valued and stuff, and that definitely felt like um is this missing something? Oh, there. Oh, cool. I was very confused. I sent no, I forgot to press a button. Is this not working anymore? Or did I? Oh no, it's good. Okay. I'll get some errors here. I don't remember how this works anymore. Character. Okay, well, Steam, I'm logged in, right? Let me try this again. This was working last time. Oh, maybe my photon thing is screwed up. Photon viewfinder. 42 is fine. Okay, let's try again. Maybe I just didn't hit the button at the right time because I think for this level you have to hit the button. I'm getting a whole bunch of errors, so maybe that has something. Anyways, what I was saying is, I don't know. We try and work not, everything by committee here, but also, um, I don't know, we want people in charge of their own things, right? Like Vince is in charge of like characters basically, right? And yeah, we all get to come up with ideas and stuff, but like Vince has to make them. And so like a lot of the say goes on him. So he's the boss of characters. Cool. Yeah, this will be pretty fun. It feels so weird having like houses in this game now. It's like so like structural. I don't know. It has like a scale now. I haven't made a game with scale in so long. Making stupid space games for so long. How's the project scale? Is it still on track? Oh, sorry, console was covering my chat here. Getting out of hand. Oh, it's gotten out of hand a long time ago, but it's fine. But no, the code's actually super manageable. What's it called? Mark and Ben have been doing a very good job of like doing things properly. So Ben's been like in charge of all the networking stuff for the most part, and Mark's been in charge of a lot of the gameplay stuff. Although I think Ben did some item work earlier on, but recently Mark's been in charge of especially like the locomotion and that kind of stuff, and then reworking the items and the like what we'll call bumper stars mode, which is like the bounciness of the game. And I don't know if you've watched any of Mark's streams. If you haven't, I definitely recommend tuning in on Thursdays for Mark over on this channel because he does the programming here. But he's very careful with his code. Like he makes sure that it's all like working really well before he checks it in, and he really likes making a lot of good like design and editor tools for everybody. So not to speak for them, but I feel the code is in a really good state, and especially for like adding stuff and changing things. I know they had reworked a bunch of the stuff that they did for the prototype at first, so I think it's probably even better than that because I remember like, I mean, you get this with every project. Like you make something, and it's usually either in a rush or during a prototype or something. So they made a bunch of stuff, and I know Mark went back to something, and he's just like, "Oh my God, why did I do it this way?" That always happens. So he got a chance to kind of like rework things um, and try a couple things here. I'm just gonna put these buildings on a bit of an angle. Just gonna see what this looks like. And I mean, Ben, it's his first time doing networking stuff, and it's our first time at Pixelons doing a network game, and he's basically doing it all on his own, which is pretty crazy. So he's doing really well. So the only reason why things I said got out of hand, I guess, not that they're really out of hand, but when we first started working on this game, it wasn't online. Like we had no plans to do online, and I think things would have gone smoother if we decided on online earlier. We basically had the opportunity, or we thought we did anyways in the beginning, um, to make this game for a uh, like with a partner that we were going to partner with, and it was going to be extremely local, like multiplayer, couch multiplayer focused. So we really didn't intend that to happen, and they kind of pulled out of our relationship, I guess, because of COVID, and like financial issues. So we were kind of left like with this game that we had gotten funding for, but now, the idea of making a game that's strictly local during a COVID time seems pretty ridiculous. So um, we we had to change it to online, which obviously changed the scope a lot. And then now that we had to market this game on Steam and possibly other consoles, um, we kind of had to rethink a little bit about how we're gonna monetize the game and make it like last for a long time, and how it was gonna work in this online environment. So things got kind of scoped up in that way, but we also scoped things down. Our original plan was to do 12 levels. We cut that down as well. Um, so, it's kind of gone up and down as productions do a lot. So, um, is the plan when he starts? Yeah, yeah, for sure. Oh man, I missed a whole bunch of comments here. XML comments. Yeah, that's cool. It's always awesome. Yeah, yeah. So I'll kind of tell you a brief history just to kind of back up with what Mark was saying there, with him and Ben working together for a while now. Um, wow. Oh, that's much better. That's less scary. Maybe that's a little too low. Now there's no scary factor to those animal sounds. Um, so we had Mark came on here to help us with Lost Orbit to do some level design and some testing. Then we brought Ben on to help us with this contract that we're working on for Ubisoft, and then this other contract we were doing for Alien Trap. And Mark and Ben had gone to school together, so they knew each other already. So they kind of got to work through some of those projects together, and then we were working on this other legacy project from the company that we had started before hiring Mark and Ben. And that project was in shambles because we had like different programming teams going through it, and it was like very old and stuff like that. So they basically kind of reworked that project and stuff, and we ended up basically canceling the project at this point because it was just we had spent a bunch of money on it, and we did enough to kind of like meet our grant requirements for it, but it just wasn't worth it. Like it kind of needed a restart in a sense, and we had this opportunity to make Rocket Rumble. So I think Mark and Ben had a lot of chances to kind of work through stuff. And on my end, um, we've gone through so many like programmers and different team members here, except for Vince, he's been here forever. But we've gone through like a few programmers and stuff, and it's been hard to find programmers to like, I don't know, like stick around with us because we started off, we had a lot of seniors, and seniors want to go get, higher paying jobs because they can. um, and all that and whatnot. And I really wanted to like make a team here at Pixelons that we could have for a long time. So when I had the opportunity to bring Mark and Ben on, the goal was to have them work together for a long time and develop as like a team. And I'm very happy with how this game's going. And even as far as Rock Rumble goes, like I like it a lot, but I still feel it's kind of like a training game for us as a team still. Pixelots has been around for 10 years, but really I always think that this incarnation of Pixelots has only been around for like 2 or 3 years now, and we're still really learning what kind of games we want to make together. And Rocket Rumble is this kind of like good practice game for us to kind of go through these paces. It was supposed to be something that was a little bit smaller scale, but anyways, got kind of blown up a little bit, but that's okay. So, anyways, our next game is gonna be really cool. We're gonna do like a single player kind of adventure kind of game. So, um, but well, that won't be for a year or so before we start talking about that. Try a couple things here. Let's mess with the scale a little too much, but let's see what it feels like to kind of have these things encroach a little bit more onto the player's field. And then I'm going to put a couple things here too. So again, don't you can kind of ignore this as far as this isn't still like real levels yet. Sometimes it takes me a while to like really develop what I want to do for a level. Um, I like to take my time sometimes and like think about the level. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I just plow right into things and just get going, but it's not always the best plan. So anyways, I'm gonna just put a bunch of stuff in here just to kind of start thinking about stuff. But yeah, Pixelnuts has gone through quite a lot of changes over the years. Always has, like even when we first started the company. Yes, Mark. Yeah, I very much agree. I'm very happy with our team, and I'm hoping that this game does well enough that we can keep going for a long time. Honestly, my goal is like I don't even really care if this company ever, makes a game that sells a billion copies or, makes something as ridiculously successful as like a Valheim. Obviously, I would like that and it would be nice, but I just want enough money to keep everybody around and just keep making stuff we like because I don't know, it's a passion industry and you know, I just like working on games, so my goal is always just to have enough to keep everybody kicking and ideally pay people properly one day, not indie wages, which suck. So that's the goal. So hopefully this game does well, because our previous couple games did not. So always blows like with indie devs. If your game does poorly, you're always just like restarting, and it can get very painful. My business partner Chris, he basically, I mean, he left because he wanted to go to school and stuff. But I think a part of the reason why he left is Lost Orbit was just bombed so hard. Um, I could, it took its toll on him a little bit, personally, which I totally agree with and understand. Like, it sucks when you put your time into something and it flops, right? So, I'm just gonna throw a couple of these things in here. Yeah, I think the theme of this level is going to be awesome once we start doing the tracks and stuff. Okay, so I'm just kind of trying to get a feel in a sense. I want to feel comfortable in the level before I really get into like making the structure for it. Sometimes this is like sketching for me, right? Right now I'm just kind of doodling and sketching ideas and just trying to get the flow and the feel and the shape of the level um, into something I feel comfortable with. Right now I don't feel like super comfortable with the level, so I'm just kind of trying to like mentally go through a bunch of paces to set some um, repetition in my brain, right? I want my brain to understand what it's going to make, and then I can power through it and make it. Oh yeah, this is feeling pretty cool. This feels very scale feels very different this way, but I think it'll be kind of cool passing by a lot of things. Not that we're gonna have catwalks everywhere because they get kind of infuriating, but I wanted to see what it would feel like to have some of the buildings kind of into the camera a little bit, and I think that'll be pretty fun. I also like, because I made this track super windy and crazy because it was supposed to be this like Lost Orbit track. I think having these houses like wrap around, it'll be kind of um, like Mario Galaxy, where like the buildings are kind of coming at you, or even like Animal Crossing with their weird shader thing that they have. So yeah, that's pretty cool. All right, camera craziness. Okay. All right. I'm feeling it. You want to make games? For most people. Yeah, honestly, like the games industry. Oh man, games, mobile, and just don't even get me started on mobile. I just, to me, mobile is like unreachable. I don't even understand. Um, that you got to get extremely lucky in there. But yeah, mobile, it was like taken over by these gigantic companies spending like millions of dollars on stupid Super Bowl ads to like promote their games and hire like Schwarzenegger and like all these big actors to like promote their games and stuff. Like, how do you even compete with that? Like as an indie company, I'm never gonna be able to hire like Kanye West or somebody crazy to like promote my game. And hey, how's it going, Sleepy? Um, yeah, that is crazy. Like the games industry on Steam is already oversaturated um, and like full. Trying to compete with like mobile is even crazier because at least the big companies like they have their own little thing. So yeah. Oh yeah, no, like it's still good to like as far as experience goes. Don't get me wrong, we made a mobile game too, and it was mainly just for experience and stuff as well. Um, but yeah, it's just I don't know, it's really hard. But I mean, the games industry in general is it's a lottery, right? Like you can you can go to the casino and think you really know blackjack and have you know have whatever you need to have, and then you think you have a good plan and a good understanding of things, and you can still just flop really hard, and you just never know, right? You just um, there's so many like variables that you have to hit to be successful. It's crazy. That's crazy, eh? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, even we spent a bunch. Oh, oh, cool. Sorry, I was just reading. Crazy. Somebody just posted a little thing here on Twitter, and it's a chart of how much Epic paid to developers to have their games for free. So they gave Subnautica $1.4 million to be a free game on uh, on Epic. Wow, these are crazy numbers. I would be happy with any of these basically. My game, that's crazy. Okay, maybe not that number, but the rest of them are pretty good. Wow, that's wild. Yeah, I'll share this on stream. Sorry, it's not really related to what I'm doing. And it's probably hard to read this. The thing of this is not really great, the quality, but yeah. So this is what they bought out. Um, oh, that's crazy. They see how many new people came to Epic. What was this one? Batman Arkham, 10% new people to Epic. Well, Subnautica, I guess, was worth it, 17%. Wow. But yeah, check this out. Batman Arkham got 1.5 mil, which makes sense. Mutant Year Zero got $1 million. Wow. Alan Wake got $150,000. Limbo got 350,000. That's crazy. The Witness, Slime Rancher got $500,000. Man, I would be like happy to be on Epic free game for free just to get people playing the game, but 225,000. Man, I gotta get in on some of this Epic money. Damn. It's okay. The game's almost in a good enough shape. We can pitch to Epic soon to just get on the store because they turned us down for Lost Orbit, but I think we just weren't interesting enough at that point. So yeah, it's crazy, eh? Oh yeah, don't yeah, it's great. I mean that's how PlayStation Plus does it too. They like pay you out like a flat fee for your game. Yeah, yeah, no, for sure. Um, yeah, that's crazy. So, anyways, we're definitely gonna pitch Rocket Rumble to the Epic Store. Obviously, for like to be part of their free program would be great too, but just to launch on Epic Store would be awesome too. But we'll see. Yeah, need to survive. I know that's people get mad at indies and stuff sometimes for things, but it's like you gotta make money. You know, sometimes you still need to survive, right? Like this is still your job, and still got to pay people and yourself and buy groceries and stuff, right? So, okay, so how should we start this? So, this is like a pirate village. I actually don't think I want to start with pirate stuff at all in the beginning. Um, I kind of want people to maybe not see the pirate stuff at all at first. I think that might be kind of cool. So they start this level, they kind of see that it's just asteroids and stuff like that, and maybe we'll get them to go through an area, and then that will reveal this pirate area that they've stumbled upon to or whatever, right? Yeah, welcome to Pirateville. I like that a lot. That's good. Maybe we'll have that sign. Maybe the pirates are very welcoming, nice people. Yeah, yeah, exactly. I think that's nice. I always like contrast and stuff like that too. So for players not to know what's happening. So okay, so we'll start off here, and we have this big overview of like the planets and stuff like that. I mean, it's funny because it's a racetrack, so like when you yeah, welcome, yeah, like they're very nice, very hospitable. They're all just waiting for you with mead and pirate booty, just throwing treasure at you as you walk by. Bunch of like socialist pirates. Here's your basic income. Welcome. What the hell is this? Oh, sorry, it's a weird email. Honorable piracy. Yeah, I like it. So, I mean, it's a racing game, so people are gonna get in here and see like the intro cinematics for these, so it's not gonna be a big surprise that there's pirate stuff coming up. But from just like an experience point of view, they're gonna have this kind of intro here. We could dip the camera low to kind of show them like a nice view of like this asteroid belt. Um, then they're gonna get to see all these like rocks and stuff, and then this is already kind of cool. You're already kind of blocked with things, and maybe we could show like little hints of some pirate stuff sticking out of this big monumental rock area here. And then it's kind of weird to navigate these um, in Unity. So you're gonna go through here, and maybe you could start getting some hints, but because my track is so woven, I'm not going to be able to. I have seen Ready Player One. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I actually just rewatched that like a couple weeks ago. Was there nice pirates in that one? Trying to think. I think they're making a sequel, right? I think Ready Player Two is coming out. Spielberg. Okay, so we're gonna go around here. I'll decorate this stuff with some asteroids. Like the amount of computer power and storage you need for that. Oh, I see. Yeah. Who was talking about that recently? Oh, thanks, Moobot. Appreciate it. Um, who's talking about that recently? I think it was somebody from EA or Activision. They recently made some statement where they're just like, oh yeah, Ready Player One is not that far off from reality. Like technology moves so fast. So I mean, 10 years from now, technology is going to be double what basically happened in the last couple decades or 100 years or whatever, right? I forgot what the exponential curve of technology growth is, but it is pretty nuts. But yeah, he was just like, yeah, we'll definitely be seeing some like overarching, you know, um, big communities like that and stuff like that. Okay, so we're gonna go through here. So okay, maybe my pirate reveal thing is gonna be a little hard to do because it's gonna be kind of hard to hide from the players, but that's okay. I still think we could like trickle that stuff in. It's pretty crazy. It's pretty wild. Yeah, technology is so crazy. Like even if you think like where we started, like when I was younger, like like well, how old was I? Got my first computer. I was like 14, 13. That was like what, 17, 16 years ago, whatever that was, 15 years ago at the whatever. Yeah, let's say 15 years ago. 15 years is not a long time. And 15 years ago, I was on a giant white Tandy with like minuscule everything. Like I had nothing in it. It had like the grossest thing. Like where we've come in 15 years is basically what we do like every like year now, like the development in that. So in 15 years from now, I can't even imagine what computers are going to be like. Yeah, it's insane, right? Like yeah, like the it's, your imagination is the limit, right? Really with computers, like there really is no limits. I feel you just people keep inventing some things. Like we're getting new superconductors, and we're getting new like we're getting like quantum computing is becoming more reliable, and quantum entanglement's like a thing now where they can actually like link particles across space-time and do encryption and stuff. Like we're doing some stuff that's like crazy science fiction, but it's not science fiction anymore. It's just computing. It's gonna be pretty wild. And even if you look at like graphics in general, like playing Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and you're looking at this, whoa, go check this bug out. I'm moving my object, but my pivot is staying. Whoa, I'm not even moving like a sub-object. Look, all my pivots, no matter what I select, my pivot's in the exact same spot. Whoa. Yeah, room temperature superconductors. Crazy, right? Oh, hey, Inferno. How's it going? Sorry, I just all the both your names are red. I didn't see that you dropped in. Have you been talking for a while? Oh my God, you have been. I just realized you and Apocalypse are different people. I don't know if your chat looks the same, but in my chat, you're both red, and you have a little crown beside you, so I should have noticed. But my brain, I'm just glancing over it. Oh my God, it's crazy. Apologies. I thought Apocalypse was just going nuts, like, writing a lot of stuff, but it was both of you guys. Yeah. Oh yeah, I don't know. Is that a power I have? I could kick one of you, I think. Chat. I don't know. I don't know how this Twitch works. I'm an old man. I could ban you. I could time you out. Block you. I could whisper. Yeah, I don't know. You're both stuck being red. I have no idea. Oh, can you? Oh, that's cool. Oh, I guess I'm not. I'm not even looking at my dev Twitch. Sorry. I'm logged in as Alex as well on my other one. Because I have like my I'm streaming on Pixelots through OBS, but I'm chatting on my Alex one over here because I don't feel like logging out and logging back in. Because really all I'm doing is just looking at chat, so I'm not even like, interacting with it. Oh, shoot, you can change it. Okay, never mind. Sweet. Anyways, whatever. It doesn't matter. I know now. How many years do you think the common way to play games in VR rather than on a monitor? Honestly, like, um, 5 years from now, like, we'll probably have, maybe 10 years from now, we'll have like contact lenses with screens in them, or like AR. Like, have you guys tried? I haven't tried it, but like I know someone who has even like Microsoft's like AR goggle things that they have, and they were just like, it was mind blowing for them to like. There's just like a TV in your room all of a sudden, and you could like do stuff, and it's all there. Um, yeah, exactly. Like, look where VR came within the last like 3 years, from like Oculus DK1, whenever that came out, to the Oculus, like the new one, whatever the hell it's called, I don't remember now. Quest, right? With yeah, wireless everything. Like, it's insane. Yeah, yeah. No, I definitely think VR will take over in some sense. Um, and maybe not in the sense of like all games are going to be VR, but I think we're going to do AR, or like it'll be like a mix of things where we're just going to have technology all the time, everywhere. Anyways, look at this bug. This is a crazy bug in Unity. Look at this. No matter what object I select, my pivot stays in the one place. Is there like a way to like lock your pivot? This is like an amazing bug. I've never seen this before. Hey, Skeeter, what's going on? Yeah, no, it's pretty crazy. Like, eventually your contact lens will be connected to your phone, or we probably won't have phones at all. And you won't have to put anything on or carry anything to do AR. Did you guys ever watch Minority Report? It was a Tom Cruise movie a while back. Really, really great movie if you haven't seen it. It's about like telling the future. Oh, good, it fixed itself. Um, it's about the police force using like basically a way to predict crime and then fighting crime while predicting things and the kind of moral dilemmas that that creates. Um, it's a really cool movie, but like I felt they did a really good job of showcasing up the potential future with AR. So like everything is based on your eyeballs, like your eyes are like registered. Oh man, I would like to make a Diablo kind of game actually. I'm sure Mark would too. Um, our next game is going to be kind of like a top-down adventure game, so not quite like Diablo, but um, more like a Zelda or like a, I don't even know what kind of game, but yeah. So in Minority Report, basically, Tom Cruise like he'll like walk into a store, and then the store like scans your eyes, so you can just shop by taking stuff. You don't have to do anything, and then all the ads in the store are AR to him. So like all the ads like talk to him, be like, "Oh, hey John, I see you haven't bought pants in a few months. We have some pants for sale." Um, and and all that. So it's like it's crazy. And then the best one is they have like cereal boxes and they all sing and dance, and it's really nuts. Oh yeah, I guess yeah, Nanite was kind of a Diablo style game. It was like a top-down game. Um, Here, hold on. Sorry, just give me a second here. Just pulling something up here. Since you guys asked, no one's literally ever seen this before, so I'm just going to post this on here. This is a game we were working on called Nanite, which Mark just mentioned. This is the canceled project that we stopped working on. But it was like a top-down, it was like a roguelike kind of game, so you play as this little robot. This is like pretty early, so like a lot of the characters don't have animations. Like the main guy doesn't really have an animation. It was like a twin-stick shooter, Diablo type game with like randomly generated environments and stuff. But yeah, and like treasure chests and stuff. So you like you go and open a treasure chest, kind of like Zelda. So you get like new guns, and you get like new guns and stuff. And then this is like a little jungle planet you'd go to. Um, and then you could go into like third person to shoot and stuff. We had a lot of crazy ideas, but um, and then there was like boss fights and stuff. We never actually got a boss fight working, but we just kind of made these like fun little intros. Show you this little thing here. The enemies that we had for this game were the best. And they had like great animation on them and stuff, but we ended up never actually making anything with this. So anyways, it was a cool idea, but we just it was just like a mix of things. So oh hey everybody. Oh my goodness, where are we here? So what Hey, how's it going, Average Gamer? Hey. Oh man, everybody's here. What's going on? Yeah, no, it's great. Yeah, it was a cool idea. art wise, it was really cool. We had like a lot of really cool like enemies and stuff, but it just, I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It was kind of crazy, but it was just like a mess of a project because we were like switching teams and stuff, and it just got kind of wild. So we ended up not doing anything with it, um, but all that. Yeah, double some eyeballs for that. So that was pretty crazy. Yeah, keys away to each of these influencers. So good. Sorry, just answering some work stuff. Our PR company's asking some questions, so they're just put together a press release for us. Uh, bu- 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 Okay, sorry about that. Where are we here? Oh my goodness, so many people talking. Where are we here? Ah, cool. Yeah, Nanite, that game we were working on, that one that I just showed you the video of, it was like a little over scope for us. It was the idea behind it, as far as business goes, was that we were going to finish Lost Orbit, and it was going to do pretty good because we had high hopes that we could make a pretty decent game and spend some marketing and we weren't expecting it to make like a ton of money, but we were hoping to make at least our money back kind of thing on it. So then our next game was going to be bigger because we wanted to scale up a little bit and stuff, but that didn't happen. So, and we ended up losing some team members. So then we had this like really high scope idea, um, and really basically not like no team to make it, which was pretty crazy. So, um, are these prefabs? Am I making? Are these just these are just meshes. Ew, sorry. Oh no, now I've done it. I've clicked things. Oh my goodness, Unity, what are you doing? This doesn't mean anything to me. What's application.message? You're just holding for the sake of holding? Wild. How's everybody doing? Doing all right. Thank you for joining me on this Waiting for Unity stream. I've been doing this for about an hour and a half, and we're going to wait for another hour and a half, and then that'll be the stream for today. So. Getting frustrated with Unity. Yeah, me too. It does, right? Sometimes Unity is just like, you know what? I haven't done anything for a while. I want you to really feel like I'm up to stuff. So how about I just import a bunch of things? Are these just meshes? Have I just been placing meshes like a noob? Oh my god. What a what a maroon. Okay, where are we here? Asteroids. Obstacles. What were those, like World of 5? Do not I have prefab? Maybe I didn't import the prefabs from Lost Orbit, but that's fine doing that. So many engine bugs, many engine errors, packages not important. Yeah, it definitely gets frustrated. Oh, did they really? Ew. Oh no. Oh Jesus. I had no idea. That sucks. That sucks. Did I not import these prefabs? This is crazy to me. Okay, well, whatever. We'll do that. Let's just white box some things for now. So I've been kind of placing down some asteroids, but let's kind of think out loud a little bit. We've been kind of wasting some time today just doing a bunch of stuff. So, bum, 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 bum. So I'm going to just use Unity for 2 games per time. Hopefully Unreal's better user experience. Yeah, that's our goal for our next game too, is to switch to Unreal and see how that goes. Okay, so I'm actually just I was gonna build with cubes at first for the asteroid stuff, but I think I'm just gonna do it with the or sorry, with the pirate stuff. I'm gonna do it for the asteroids too, just because I guess I don't have prefabs for these asteroids for some reason. I must have not imported them properly. So trying to think. Okay, so we're gonna go through here. So we're starting off over here. I kind of like this view, so we don't need to obstruct it too much. I do want to obstruct part of this track here because I do like how this looks, but again, I want to kind of maybe hide some of this pirate stuff that we're going to be doing here. So I'm going to just kind of really going to work on the player's point of view so far. Take off these colliders because I'm interfering with anything. And this could just be, really dirty kind of placement. You don't really have to worry at first when you're placing stuff for white boxes. Especially for me, the way I like working things is just by feel. I want to make sure that this area feels good and stuff like that. So, Man Apocalypse, that really sucks that you have to like spend a bunch of days just like reworking stuff because Unity has decided to break. That's so frustrating. Like it just ruins your flow too. Like I've had that happen before where I had to like all of a sudden like fix something because we either upgraded a Unity version or something, and like something that was working fine all of a sudden stopped working. It's such a like morale hit too because you're like doing stuff and you're like ready to go, and then all of a sudden you're just like, all right, I guess we're not doing anything. Sucks. Okay, so oh my goodness. Okay, so we're going to do that. So we get this nice kind of frame over here, some planets. Not that the camera will usually be that high, but yeah, it destroys your progress, right? Because like I don't know, you just like you kind of know what you want to do and what you're doing, and you have these ideas, and then all of a sudden you're just like, I got to deal with this problem, and then once that's done, you're just kind of like angry, and then it's hard to like get back into things. Then you kind of gotta like go back up that hill again, right? It's like getting knocked off your bike. You gotta pick up the pace again, and it takes time sometimes. Sometimes you can get into the flow really easily when you're making games, but sometimes it takes a while. And it's frustrating. Nice, that's awesome. When are you looking to finish? Yeah, that'd be good too. Play stuff. Okay, so I have some asteroids here. I kind of want to block some of this stuff, but enough to maybe, hint at some things here. We're going to put a bunch of asteroids underneath my track here just to kind of obscure some things. Yeah, just something like that. And we have like a little bit of this track scene here, so I like that. I'll probably just leave this open. Oh, did you really? Oh, that's cool. Have you posted any of the stuff in our Discord recently? If you haven't, we have like a community bulletin board thing. I can't remember if you posted on there before, but if you haven't, feel free to do so. Happy to, We don't have a ton of people in our Discord yet, but obviously happy to share it with anybody. Yeah, sweet. Okay, so obscure this a little bit too. So these ones are just going to be asteroids for now. That's why I'm just rotating them crazy just to, you know, remind me, basically. Yeah, when I design levels, a lot of times I waste a lot of days in the beginning, just like thinking about stuff, you know? Okay. You're going through there, and then you get this big view. This is the end of the game, so this is kind of cool. This is actually the finish point of the game, so you get to kind of see that very early on, which I thought was kind of fun. You get to see the finish line. I'm going to leave this. I kind of tried framing it a little bit, so I think I'm going to leave that. If anything, I might actually this a little bit and get some asteroids like pointing at it a little bit more. Are you thinking of paid or free to play with ads? It's such a hard decision sometimes. I guess with mobile, it's hard to go paid, but we've been thinking about that too for our game, and it's like hard to go either way. Like free to play has so much competition too, so um, it's hard to know what the right like decision is, right? Oh, did you? Sweet. Oh, cool. Nice, that's awesome. Did you do all the like art and stuff yourself too, like all the icons and everything? Cool. Bum, bum, bum. As the make any if you don't have crazy amount of downloads. First image is all mine. Second is a pack, but I mostly cool. I'll modify it. Yeah, fun thing to know. Somebody told me this recently, but if you ever need icons and things like that, if you go to Google, I think it's called Google Icons. So if you go to Google Icons and Google Fonts, um, this is like it's all open source. So as long as you don't sell them, like trying to make money off of this, if you need an icon for like I don't know what controller, they have all these like little icons and stuff you can use, and you can just download them in black or white, um, and then whatever size you want. You can even get like little CSS scripts and stuff for them. And yeah, it's all open source stuff, and same with their fonts. It's pretty cool. So if you're ever making a game and you just need something small, like I've even used it for Lost Orbit or for Rocket Rumble, like I was making the menus. Yeah, no, I didn't know about it either till very recently. Somebody told me they're like, oh yeah, if you just need like a whatever audio volume icon, you can just go onto Google Icons. It's pretty great. It's like really, how many times are people going to reinvent, you know, the power bar button icon or something like simple, right? And the nice thing about using stuff from like Google is people will know what those icons mean a lot of times, right? So you don't have to like try and reteach people how that's going to work or what it does, right? Okay, so we have the end screen here. We're going to have some sort of big pirate theme, I guess, ending over here, but because it's from a top view, it might be kind of hard to understand what it is, which is okay. So then you're going to go through here and or maybe we could just obscure that quickly so you get like a quick shot. It's kind of hard with the camera. Let me do this here. 1 second. thing I like doing. I'm gonna make a camera. So we have a camera that spawns during game time. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a camera and set the depth real high so then it's over top of all my UI and stuff. So it's just going to be called cam. And I'm going to throw a spline computer follower thing on there. That's what we use to like move the camera around anyways. Put computer track here. And then I have to, I don't remember exactly what these numbers are. But it's like, maybe higher even. Doesn't have to be perfect. And I think my FOV is a little higher too. Actually, let's get these numbers for realsies. So what I could actually do is I could play and then get those numbers. You got deep in the bug fixing. Yeah, that's cool. It's awesome you're making a mobile game, actually. It's such a good experience. You know, regardless of how well it does or whatever. It just, you know, oh crap, I forgot to hit my thing. Or does this work? Yeah, regardless of how it does, like you're gonna learn a ton, and it looks good on your portfolio and resume and all that kind of stuff, saying that you launched a game. Crap, I forgot to hit the button early enough. So it's pretty awesome. So, oh, have you really? Whoa. Oh, that's cool. That's actually a really good point you bring up. We had a big discussion about this a long time ago. Um, yeah, which is basically that. So it's this idea that the projects that you're thinking of making right now should be like elements from a game you want to make eventually. So that way, yeah, if you develop a store system or an inventory system or learn how to integrate stuff, you can build on that every time, and then you're not doing things from scratch every single time, right? It's a good way to go about it because it just takes so long to make anything, right? You don't want to start from scratch the first time and then do that, right? So, okay, so this is actually looking pretty cool. So we get like a little snippet of some future tracks here with some asteroids, and if there's some pirate stuff in here, I think that'll be okay. We'll have to worry about the holes and stuff for these. And then we have our end scene here, which I already screwed up because I went past. So you get like a little glimpse of that too. Ignore this camera shenanigans here. Okay, so I'm going to look at my camera settings here. Photon, is it this one? So what I'm going to do, what you could do actually, which is cool in Unity, is you can copy while you're playing. And then when you stop playing, if this is something that's edited or something happens at runtime, you can paste it afterwards, and it will keep all the current settings that it had while you were playing the game, which is kind of cool if you just need to like save out some numbers. So it's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to get these numbers here, and I'm going to copy some of this stuff. It doesn't have to be perfect, but I guess the placement's kind of dumb, but that's okay. Test can. Oh, I guess I should have got it at the start. That would have helped a lot. Yeah, let me redo this. I forgot my track is crazy spinny, so it's not a good idea to get the camera later. Hold on, let me just redo this. I can make my first game in like a day instead of a week. I'll update after I finish the update for the current one. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, it's funny, eh? That's usually how it goes. Like you make a game and it takes you so long. Like even with like Lost Orbit. Um, Even with Lost Orbit, like looking at it now, I'm like, oh man, I can make this game in like no time now. It's pretty crazy. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, definitely post stuff in our Discord if you want some feedback or if you want any advice going on Steam or um, if you're having any problems with Steam stuff too. Don't ever worry about asking or whatever. We're all here to help. It's a small industry. It's one of my favorite things about this industry actually is like people's willingness to work together. Well, I also added a spline follower. I don't want that. I want a spline positioner. Spline positioner. There we go. Yeah, yeah. They basically wanted to like stop everybody from putting up a game, like just like whatever. So the $100 does suck if you're like a legit person and you actually want to make a game. But I understand the reasoning for it too. They were getting bombarded with like people just putting up like games that are not very proper and stuff. Um, so I get it. Okay, so 34.48, and of course our field of view is 69. Why wouldn't it be 70? I want to build the game and the way it's just going to be coded so I don't encounter any bugs. That's cool. That's awesome. Always so awesome to see people making games, especially people like from school or from whatever. I don't know. It's pretty great. Oh crap! But, that in the wrong place. Control Z. What was your 36.5? Forgot. I rotated my camera, but that's not what I'm supposed to do. I have to put it into motion because otherwise it gets offset. Well, I guess I could just turn that off too, but 7 and 70. Okay. So now that we have this test, next year for my 4th year capstone, we're going to try for a commercial Steam release as long as we scope. That's awesome. Yeah, you should definitely do that. I know Shatterkeep from this year, they're out on Steam very soon, and a lot of the teams put their stuff on itch at the very least. So definitely possible. Press release, but we could if you guys. Sorry. Okay, so we have our camera. We have our little spine positioner thing here. So now, as opposed to having to start the game every time, I can just zip this through. And it's not going to be perfect, but our camera does a lot of different stuff. So it it gets stuck on a track, it follows a camera spline, but it also looks at the players. So if a player is very far ahead of where other players are, it will adjust the kind of rotation a bit. So I'm not going to get a perfect representation manually moving the camera across the track, even with the spline positioner, but it'll help me generally, get the flow of what I'm trying to do. So it was rough to post our game anywhere this year due to online servers. Oh, yeah. Yeah, online server stuff's hard, right? Especially if you guys went like server, like we're going peer to peer, so it's a little easier in that sense, but we don't have to pay monthly for like a low amount of people, but Veronica, I want to be a programmer, but everything I've done go off. Alright, school's fun. That's funny. It's art to show off programming. Honestly, yeah, like um showing off programming is tough sometimes, right? Like how do you, what do you show, right? And sometimes that means making a lot of stuff, like making enough to be able to show um okay. What? Why does this look like butt? Oh, is the post-process in this level not set up correctly? Where are you post-processing? Oh, it's not. Oh, that's interesting. Sky and global. Oh, I wonder if that's why this level looks weird. Oh, never realized that. We must have switched that after. Um, sorry. Yeah, I was saying. Why are my options gone? What are you doing, Unity? God. Networking. Yeah, networking is crazy. Um, one of our programmers from a long time ago, Sloan, he used to teach programming at the school. And it was before we ever wanted to do a programming or a networking game. Sorry, he didn't teach programming. He taught networking, which programming obviously as well. But um, yeah, he loved it, and he was like, he was so surprised how people didn't find it amazing sometimes. That was one of my favorite stories he used to tell us. He's like, we like developed this thing in class, and it like sent a message to that computer, and that computer got it and sent something back, and all the students were just like, yeah, that's fine. And he's like, no, that's amazing. He was like so into it, and he was like so offended that people didn't think networking was like brilliant. And now, like having seen what Ben has done with networking, I also think it's brilliant. Um, and networking is insane and bananas. Okay, so we got this. I think my view here. Boop. I'm not doing that class next year. Oh yeah, yeah. That's awesome, right? I don't know. Networking is pretty great. Obviously, I didn't have to do any of the hard stuff, so I can say that easily. If Ben was here, he would maybe not agree. Oh, there it is. So yeah, this is the actual end of the track. So this will be like, you'll actually be able to see something here, but it's going to be very minimal, so it's not going to be a huge deal. Um, if people kind of see stuff, like you get some of the rings in here already, so that's kind of feeling pretty cool. I feel this is not very representational of the game right now. I think the camera's going to be a little bit lower in this level. I guess it's very different bit by bit, so I'm going to lower this camera a little bit to try and do that. The worst thing you could do for yourself is think your camera is a lot forward facing than it is. So, okay, so we get this cool view here. I guess it is something like that then. I guess it looks crazier because the track is very swirly. Oh, thanks, Apocalypse. It is hard. It's, I mean, we've done too many space games now. There's a reason why we're doing some other crazy stuff for this level, pirates and things, because there's just, so many. After a while, you just don't want to do more space games, but okay, so where are we here? So we have some asteroids. I'm liking this is kind of just blocking off some of this stuff here. And then yeah, and then we're gonna go get this look over here. That's pretty cool. I kind of don't want to block a lot of this stuff here because I think that's kind of fun looking. Probably put a bunch of fun stuff in here. We'll probably block stuff later just for performance reasons because this might be a lot. The problem with this level is it's very dense. We got a cool view of the track over here, and especially if we're going to put pirate stuff here, that's going to probably look pretty neat. So honestly, this level doesn't like need a ton sometimes because I just feel it's going to look kind of cool with just all the tracks and stuff going around. But so I think I'm going to like chill out on adding too many pirate things. Maybe we'll just have like one pirate hub somewhere a little bit later. You know, maybe that's okay. Okay, we're gonna get through this area. We're gonna do a bunch of jumps and bounces. Maybe I'll start. This might be a good time to start adding some pirate things. So I think soon after we're gonna be going into this cave area that I have. Yeah, where's this cave? Yeah, this cave's over here, I think. Oh, why is this so low to the ground? I guess it's so hard because this camera, it definitely adjusts to like the flow of the level better in the actual game. Wish we had something that could mimic that a little better, but that's okay. Okay. So where were we here? Okay, so we're gonna go back here a little bit. Yeah, I think this. Where was that? Okay, this little area here. I think this is a good time to start maybe introducing a few, like a little pirate checkpoint, if you will. All right, where are we? Yeah, because I have this big rock area in the middle, and I think that's going to be my pirate town, you know? And then the further away you get from that pirate town. Hey, Sir Drop Bear, how's it going? How's it going? Yeah, and I think the further away you get from that area, the more, or like the less pirate stuff there's going to be. So I think I like that. Okay, so let's add, let's start white boxing some pirate stuff over here. How's it going, Sir Drop Bear? And I hope you're doing okay. We're just chatting about pirate stuff and things. Morning. Yeah, Sir Drop Bear's on the other side of the planet there. The other Commonwealth, if you will. Go down under. Hey, I have a question for you. I guess this is kind of silly. It just came up to my mind right now because I said the Commonwealth. I hope you don't mind me asking you Australia questions once in a while. You probably get sick of it, but what's it called? You guys are a Commonwealth as well, like Canada. Are you guys like still heavily tied to the monarchy? Like, do you guys like is the Queen on your money and stuff as well? We're all still. She's on everything. I guess not as much. We have a bunch of our own stuff, but she's on a bunch of our regular monies. Okay, so this rock here is going to hold the first pirate shanty town, or not shanty town. This would be like a little scouting checkpoint area when new people come by. This is where they're gonna stop by to see some stuff. So let's put I got one of these towers. Yeah, so this tower in here. We'll put this in here just for scale. Yeah, until the queen dies, we're stuck with the Commonwealth. Is that how it works? Is it like do we get to like renegotiate once like the current monarch is alive? Or like once they die, do we get to renegotiate our Commonwealth associations? I actually don't know anything about that. I just assume they own us and there's nothing we can do about it. do a drop bear tour around the world. I like it. Okay, so this will be our little tower here. So let's imagine that these pirates have, okay, so you can't see shit already over here. So we'll probably have to put it on this side because the way the camera is, we'll have to do some stuff there. So I think I'm overthinking this a little bit here. Kind of how it works. Australia has tried to become an independent thing. Oh, really? Oh, that's interesting. Oh, I didn't know that. Well, I think she's gonna live forever. Her son must be pissed, eh? Like every time her birthday comes around, he's like, "Still, come on, I'm not gonna get to be king. Still kicking? What are you doing? You're like 100." I know her husband just died, so it's probably rude to say that, but you know, I'm sure he wanted to be king. I mean, I guess he didn't really care about it that much, but might be a bit of a bummer. Okay, so I'm just gonna add these things just for kind of for my own scale thought process here a little bit. So let's move this asteroid down here. And then we'll move this first pirate over here. Oh yeah, don't worry. We got some fun water levels happening actually. So we have Ben is working on a water level that's in space. So there's like at first our idea was to have like lots of space stuff. So so his level, it's like a black hole like ripping apart a water planet. So then there's like going to be water pockets like floating in space that I think you're going through and stuff. And then Mark is doing like a river level, so that's going to have a bunch of water too. And then I think we also wanted to do like a deep sea level where there's going to be like, you know, crazy, deep sea creatures and, you know, glow in the dark crazy shit and that kind of stuff. So yeah, we'll definitely have some plans for that. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Anyway, it's Ben here. I'm gonna spoil some of his stuff since you're talking about that. So Ben hasn't really worked on a track for a very long time because he's been in networking hell. But sneak peek, because he built this thing and it's amazing, and I want people to see it. Okay, so he has this level, and look at this thing. He actually built like a black hole. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Anyways, sorry, little spoiler. Don't tell Ben. There should be a level where stuff in the level starts chasing the player. We also have that. That's Vince's level. So he has something that chases you and is trying to attack you and kind of like put stuff on the track while it's chasing you. So that should be really cool. Well, now it's officially get you started. Are you still going to host beta at some point this month? Sorry, I'm just reading. We're doing a press release later this week, and we're just trying to narrow down some stuff. Dark matter, yeah. Have you heard of strange matter that comes out of a neutron star? Oh, that's interesting. Strange matter. Is it like they don't know what it is or something, or does it like affect things in different ways? Cool. I know crazy stuff happens in space with with black holes and stuff. Like they just kind of mess around with kind of space and physics and things. So. Okay, so let's say this is our first little scouting area here. Okay, and maybe we have over here too. They're just kind of drilling into these asteroids and building their shanty towns. Right. The angles of these buildings can be really fun in this level. I wonder if a black hole can eat another. It can. They actually they're observing that right now. There's a really big black hole, and I think it's like a little black hole is orbiting it, and I think it's like collapsing or something. They recently posted a picture of that, I think. Yeah, where was that one? We did recently talk about that somewhere. I love that we actually have like photos of black holes now. It's amazing. A violent black hole neutron star collision. Black hole neutron star collision. Okay, so I guess it's not a black hole. It's a black hole and a neutron star are colliding right now. Is that the one? I thought I read about 2 black holes. There's one where they like visualized some of this recently. Anyways, I'm not prepared for this information. It is kicking around somewhere. I was reading it recently. But yeah, it's pretty crazy. Depends how hungry it is. They're very hungry. They will literally eat anything and everything. That's how I feel when I come back from a bike ride. So damn hungry. Let's eat the world. Okay, so let's do a little shantytown here. Too early for that much science. I agree. I agree in the morning. Morning is not a good science time. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect these 2 little shanty towns here. This will be our little pirate checkpoint. I'm going to fly through. It's going to be really quick because there's a bunch of boosters over here, or bouncers. Okay. It's 5 p.m. and it's too early for... It's funny, Vince. Never too early for science. There's a Facebook group if you're still on Facebook for reasons. I'm on Facebook, but I really only use it comically for funny information. But anyways, there's a group I'm a part of called the Lighter. So there's IFL, which is I fucking love science, and then they have like a subgroup called the lighter side of science, which is people posting science jokes all the time. That group. They talk about like real things, but they're just kind of funny. Okay, so let's do yeah, here we got this big bridge. I'm basically going to replace all this stuff eventually, but for now, I just want to kind of get a sense of how some of this stuff is going to flow and whether it'll work or not. I might exaggerate some of the scale for just gameplay reasons. Okay, so to get this bridge, it's going to go beside this house. I might scale up these houses a little bit too. How big is our corgi? I don't even know. Players. It's been 3 years since I was studying science, and I still think it's too early for science. That's awesome. Okay, we got our rope bridge. We got a saggy bridge. What else here? Yeah, I need some longer bridges too. It'd be really hard placing some of this stuff on the weird angles, but we make it work. The nice thing about a fast game is you can be kind of sloppy with things, you know? A little sloppy. A little slappy. It's also too late for science. What is happening? It's not too late for science? I guess it might be too late for science. Our planet's pretty screwed. Is that way? Are you being like super deep, Vince? Is it like, we've gone too far, science can't save us now? Because I like that, Vince. That's a fun Vince. Dark timeline, Vince. Okay, some fun here. Let's put some over here. So one of the mistakes I guess I made with Caustic Canyon is I spent a lot of time basically making like big structures of things, which look really nice. But you don't see a lot of them. And I mean, I didn't spend like a ton of time on them. They are pretty like loosey-goosey and very big shapes and stuff. But I want to spend a little bit more time this time around on smaller structures around. And then I want to do kind of like a really shitty passive things like I'm doing right now, where I'm just kind of like smushing stuff together. And then I can kind of see, hey, is this actually visible from the point of view of the player? Are you going too fast and you're not going to notice the stuff anyways? You know, so I'm going to try and do that a little bit more just to provide myself with a little bit more context and information about things. And then we can, you know, make decisions. And then basically what I could do is I could pick like intro cameras for the level, and then I could like dress those up a little further, and then, you know, kind of go from there. So it's going to be some crazy shapes of things in this level. Any message here? Oh, a text message. Oh, it's my sister. Building cottages. Cool. 2 science for science. Whoa. Now we're getting deep. Not like it. Okay, so let's see where we're at here. Let's take a look. Hit the save button, so now it's going to take a while. There we go. Okay. Oh god, that's not what I want to do. So we can go through here, and hopefully, yeah, that looks kind of cool. We got some catwalks over here. We got this like little house over here. Maybe we'll do something with this guy. What if this connected to these catwalks over here? So now we have some sort of structure that people are going into. The nice thing about this is space. There is no gravity, so we could just assume these are like anti-grav catwalks, like they're making their own gravity somehow. Ooh, excuse me. My nose has been so itchy recently. Swear something's growing in the garden all of a sudden after all that rain that we had. And it's trying to murder me from the inside. It's two sides for science. Yeah, I love The Simpsons, man. Oh, what if the scout area? Let's try some craziness over here. Actually, when Disney Plus came out, I kept rewatching all of The Simpsons with my son, and he's like too young for The Simpsons, but he liked Homer a lot, which is pretty funny. He was saying dough a lot for a while, which made me very proud. Okay, we could do some crazy stuff like this too. I don't know if you can see any of this, but I just kind of want to have some fun. You know what sucks about Disney Plus is they don't. I don't think they have any of the new Simpsons on there yet. Starting a YouTube channel for Simpsons loops. Oh, that's cool. 10-hour loops. That's amazing. Like Stupid Sexy Flanders. I think there's like a 10-hour loop of that one. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I still watch them, but just mainly because I don't know, it's there, and I feel like I'm invested now. I have to watch till one of us dies. Yeah, we could do some crazy stuff with some catwalks. It'd be like an Escher painting, but with catwalks. Oh, crap, I was supposed to do something for my niece today. I forgot. Give you a taste of the first vid I'm uploading. Take Me to Mount Splashmore song, but now it's on for 10 hours. My God. That's amazing. I don't know if you guys watched The Winter Soldier, Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I know we kind of talked about it a little while ago, but there's that one episode. I don't remember. I think it was when they go to Madripoor like the first time. But there's like a little snippet of Zemo, and he's like in the nightclub that they're at, and he's just kind of doing like a little dance. Oh, see, Nita, I'm almost done too, so it was good. Thanks for hanging out. I always appreciate you dropping in and hanging. I'll actually be streaming tomorrow, FYI. I'm going to be changing my schedule up from Monday, Wednesday. I'm going to do Monday, Tuesday, because my wife's going to be grooming on Wednesdays now. Because my school's done, so I'm going to be flipping around a little bit. But anyways, stay tuned. Yeah, there's that little bit of there where Zemo is just kind of dancing in the nightclub, and somebody looped it for like 10 hours, and just like I don't know, just put like a whole club song back to it, and it's amazing. Just having a great time. Okay. So this is kind of but yeah, I was thinking it'd be kind of fun. We could just do these crazy staircases with like doors in random places, and there they could be like walking stuff. It'd be kind of fun. Asteroid. Asteroids. Have LEDs on these things that kind of look like butt. Okay. Let's just kind of race through this area, and I think this is it. I've somehow been streaming for 2.5 hours, and I feel I've done nothing today. But I guess that's okay. Part of the charm of game dev. It's very easy to waste a lot of hours doing completely nothing. Sometimes I swear I spend like a week and all I do is like open a bunch of materials or VFX editors and like change a couple variables and think about things, and then that's it. It's pretty nuts. Today's Star Wars Day. Oh, for you, yes. I guess tomorrow is Star Wars Day for us, so. Did you see the new Star Wars saying? Because it was always May the 4th be with you, right? The new one for this year is This is the May. I just saw that like right before I started my stream. Gave me a tiny chuckle. Oh, is the main camera still in here that I copied and pasted? I don't think it is. Oh, I didn't reload the scenes. This is the May. Yeah. Yeah, May the 4th is way better. I agree. Hey, how's it going, Skeeter? Welcome back. Yeah, May the 4th is just so perfect. Did they say, are they announcing anything tomorrow? Oh, maybe they'll show Knights of the Old Republic 2 or 3 or whatever, the new one. Or is it a remaster? I don't even remember if it's a sequel or a remake now. Um, so hopefully they'll show something game-wise. What was the last Star Wars game we had? Like Battlefront and the Jedi one? What was that one called? Jedi something? Oh my god. What's that one called? The one that came out a couple years ago. I remember now. Anyways, I know they are doing something with Knights of the Republic again, so I'm looking forward to seeing that. But I don't remember if it's BioWare doing it, because they're doing like Mass Effect and stuff still. So okay, so we got our rocks here. Let's check it out. It's blocking the way there, so that's pretty good. Ignore the choppy camera here. I saw our little base here. Well, this level is going to be actually kind of cool because all these things used to murder you instantly, but now they're going to bump you out of the way. I haven't set up the collisions for them yet properly for the new Bumper Stars mode, but yeah, it's going to be a lot more fun. Okay, so I'm going to slow it down here so we can catch some of the stuff. Okay, so we're going to go over here. And is my pirate stuff coming up, or is it still further down? I feel like I should maybe start doing, you know what I might do? I might do like old pirate things over here that are like just broken down and like just little bits, whatever. Oh yeah, yeah, that was cool that they announced that last time, eh? The book of Boba Fett. I think that's coming out this year, right? Like November or something. Okay, so then we have these jumps here. I'm just skipping this for now, just so I can go slow. Oh, okay, here's our thing. Okay, so we can kind of start seeing some catwalks over here, and we get this little catwalk across here, so it's not easy to see. We get this little thing here. Yeah, this is kind of cool. This could be our first little taste, right? You don't really understand what's going on. You get a little bit of some woodwork here. Yeah, you kind of just skip by that area, and it lagged, so you really got to see nothing. Yeah, you can't really see a lot of this stuff, but that's okay, I think. Okay, so definitely, I think we need something a little bit earlier. Something a little bit more visible, too. Anyways, that should be pretty cool. I gotta do a pass on the track, too. So the track will have, like, parts that are, like, wood, parts that are old wood, I think. Maybe I'll do some of that. That might be kind of cool. It'd be pretty cool if, like, the parts of the track could, like, fall apart as you fly over them. I mean, it's zero gravity, so it shouldn't really matter, I guess, but it might be kind of cool. Okay, you go through here. And this is a big little asteroid field here. Okay, that's good so far. We didn't do a lot yet. It doesn't really feel piratey yet, but, you know, we're getting there. Yeah, what do you guys think they're going to do for Mando Season 3? Like, he's going to have to get Baby Yoda back. Or maybe they'll just show two timelines. Like, they'll show what Baby Yoda's up to and what Mando's up to. But I just feel it's just not the same without, you know, having them together, right? Spoilers, I guess, if you haven't seen Mandalorian, but Probably haven't become leader of the planet. You don't watch TV? Oh, seriously? No judgment. Just crazy. Wow. I don't blame you. It's a lot of time. Wow, cool. Good for you. You probably do you play games still? You see a lot more time for games. Honestly, I mainly watch TV like while I work. So mainly I just like listen to TV. And then if there's a show that I'm feeling like I really like, then I will like stop watching it at work and then watch it at home or like, actually sit down and watch it. But yeah, that's fair. I love the radio too. My son loves the radio. I've like indoctrinated him into radio life. He's like 3.5. He's always just like, play 102.1 The Edge. And he can't like he speaks okay, but is like he's still learning to talk clear. But sometimes he'll just try yelling at Google as loud as he can to do what he wants. Sometimes he's like, "Hey Google, play 102.1 The Edge." And Google's like, yeah, I don't know about that, man." It's really funny. Sometimes he just wants the edge. If you're not from around here, obviously that makes no sense to you, but it's a radio station, obviously. I haven't yet, Sir Dropper. No, I've been meaning to watch it. We were talking about TV recent or the movies, just movies before. I don't know if you like cartoons and like animated stuff, but there's a movie on Netflix that just came out here in Canada. I'm assuming it's out in Australia too because it's a Netflix original, but it's called um oh yeah, no, it's okay. The Edge is from Toronto. People know where I'm from. So it's weird being like a streamer from a company because like all our public company stuff is out there, so it's not a big thing. But anyways, yeah, there's a movie on Netflix called The Mitchells versus the Machines, and if you guys have not seen it, it just came out like a couple days ago. It was like a big surprise to me, but it's awesome. It's like really really funny and well done, and has a really cool art style and stuff too. So if you dig animated movies or TV shows, it's a movie, but it's one of the writers on it was one of the writers from a show called Gravity Falls. That one's on Disney Plus, I believe. And if you have not seen Gravity Falls, you should definitely watch that because that's amazing. Um, anyway, sorry. I love cartoons, so I talk about cartoons a lot sometimes. Yeah. Did you watch Mortal Kombat there, Sir Dropnair? Oh, you get a pretty good view of this base from over here. I wonder. Maybe I just didn't pay attention. It's over here. This is all the asteroid crisscrossy things. I don't want to put a lot of buildings near all the asteroids. Okay, this is straight asteroid area here. We'll do a loop around here. And what's over here? This is just chill time. I'll put our little derelict space base over here. I did, and all I can say is I'm glad I didn't pay to see it. That's fair. I've heard people like it. I'm probably gonna like it. I like crazy movies sometimes. Yeah, it's Mortal Kombat. I mean, honestly, like you can't do better than the first Mortal Kombat movie. So like, my expectations are already low. The original, just the soundtrack from the original movie was amazing. So can't beat that. How could this one be better? Like Vince with he loves the Super Mario Brothers movie. In his eyes, there can be no better Super Mario Brothers movie. So when the Mario Brothers movie comes out next year, he's probably just gonna be like, animated, get out of here. I'm assuming that Mario Brothers movie is gonna be out by Christmas. They just haven't really shown anything yet. Do you? Yeah. Well, you and Vince should have a movie night on Discord. Drink and watch the unholy disaster that is the Super Mario Brothers movie. I appreciate it too from like a pop culture disaster point of view. I think I like it because I'm amazed it got made. That somebody at Nintendo, when they're so strict about so many things, maybe that movie made them so strict. Maybe that's why they're so strict on things now. Um, anyways, from a company like Nintendo to go from being super strict about stuff to allowing something like the Super Mario Brothers movie to get made, uh, pretty wild. It just doesn't seem like something that these days would fly at a Nintendo headquarters. Like, yeah, let's make this movie like from no one. Let's make this like a weird, crazy thing. Anyways, it's a fun movie if you get over the fact that it isn't really Mario. Yeah, yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I liked Detective Pikachu. Yeah, he is a bit overrated. I mean, his shtick is kind of the same in most of his things, but I quite like Detective Pikachu. I felt they did a nice job bringing all the Pokemon like to life, and I liked that like the cities were like filled with Pokemon, and I think just part of it was my like kid nostalgia, being like, there's Pokemon on the movies. Yeah, 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 that's fair. I don't know. Sometimes, it's funny with movies and stuff like that when it's something based off of something you loved as a kid. Sometimes you give it more of a pass in a way. I don't like when they remake a book that you like and it sucks. You're like like angry with it, right? You're just like, oh, you wasted it. Why is it not so good? But then when it's something like Pokemon, where it's really simple and like it's Pokemon, like the games are amazing, but they're not like lore deep, serious entries in whatever. Um, and then um, like the cartoon was just it was a fun cartoon, but again, it had some like fun moments, but it wasn't crazy. So when they just take the thing you love and just bring it on screen and it looks awesome, sometimes that's like enough, right? You're just like, yeah, this is like part of my childhood and it's amazing, right? Mr. Mark could have been an epic battle movie and better story. Yeah, really dark anime. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, that's fair. I like pictures, not text. That is also fair. Um, well, like I mean, there's books that I've loved, like Lord of the Rings, and they did a great job with that, and whatever. With Lord of the Rings, for instance, like it's not good enough, and even the movie wasn't good enough for some people, obviously. But for something like Lord of the Rings, just having Gollum and Frodo on screen isn't enough. It has to be well told and get the point of those things, right? Yeah, yeah. We'll see. We'll see how the Borderlands movie goes. I also feel Borderlands doesn't have like a serious enough story for me to care. Like I feel if it's one of those things where as long as they get like the tone right and the humor right and like some of the ideas right, I think it'll be fine. Um, it's much easier not to screw up a movie um like Borderlands than it is something like even like the Assassin's Creed movie where they just like they tried to make it cool and he did the assassin thing, but it was just kind of dumb, right? Whereas, Borderlands, it might just be fun enough to see Claptrap and people, you know, doing crazy shit with crazy guns. It might be enough, but I don't know. I saw the League of Legends movie today. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. Oh yeah, Eli Roth is kind of a disaster, so we'll not see, but we'll see. We'll see. I think with the game movies, I think there's been a couple hits recently, which is kind of what happened with comic books, right? Like comic book movies, there was a bunch, and once in a while one would hit. So like Batman was really big, the original Batman, like Tim Burton, and they're like, oh, we can make comic book movies, and they didn't really understand what made Batman 1 and 2 really good, and then they just like it just was awful. And then they made a bunch of comic book movies, and they were like, okay, and once in a while they would do something okay. And then Spider-Man came out, and I think everybody realized how big of a market comic book movies could be. And sometimes it takes something to come out for people to do it. Because like there's been video game movies for a long time, and most of them have been really shitty. Um, but then recently we've had a couple like successes with like The Witcher, and which I know isn't like 100% off the video game thing, right? Um, and you had a couple successes, and then they're all of a sudden they're like, oh, like this could be a market again. This is something we could develop, right? Oh yeah, no, like comic book movies are just like a staple now. They're not, yeah, they're not special at all, right? There's just like, hey, let's find whatever. Yes, and then there's Monster Hunter, right? Or they're just like, hey, remember those Resident Evil movies that nobody who actually likes Resident Evil liked? Let's do that to the Monster Hunter franchise because, screw those fans. I don't know. I'm really actually very excited for the Mario movie. I think that's going to be, um, even though I didn't really love the Minions movie, um, I liked the main movie, whatever it was called. I can't remember the name of it now. Um, so I definitely think there's potential for the Mario movie, and I'm pretty hopeful. And I think going animated is the correct choice for that. But yes, there's a lot of good or a lot of video game movies being made now, and hopefully Uncharted is good. I'm personally really looking forward to The Last of Us because I think they have the right people on there right now with like the um, Chernobyl directors and writers and stuff on there, which I don't know if you guys have seen Chernobyl, but it's friggin' amazing. And I think like they just seem like the correct people to take on The Last of Us. Um, and that's like a very special and dear thing to me too. So like I would be very upset if they screwed that up. But you know, I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful Sony does a good job. So yeah, was Monster Hunter that bad? I didn't even watch it. Um, yeah, you could ask me anything you like, Skeeter. I'm a pretty open book, so I will basically answer any question unless it's like inappropriate for whatever reason. But personally, I don't care. Depends. Maybe, yeah, hopefully these movies come out good. Yeah, I mean, again, once in a while, like Castlevania is amazing. Do you guys watch Castlevania? Like, I know it's an anime, so it's not like live action, and I'm sure if it was live action, the wrong people. I feel that what happens is when it goes live action, the wrong people get involved sometimes. Like people that um, don't care about any of the things that are being made get involved, and then all of a sudden you get this like Hollywood, you know, forced movie where people are trying to make it something interesting, but it sucks, right? Um, but then you have something like The Witcher, which you just kind of had this miracle happen where you had Henry Cavill like actually care about the video game, making something special. We talked about this recently too, so I'm not going to talk a lot about it. But you need somebody on the show and on the movie or whatever it happens to be that actually gives a crap about the source material and understands it, right? Like they get what the point of it is. Like you take something like what's something near and dear to my heart, which is Avatar: The Last Airbender, and you give it to M. Night Shyamalan, which clearly never watched it, and if he did not give a crap about the message behind the show, the the feeling behind the show, the point of it, and he just made this abomination to try and just make money, or whatever he tried to do with that thing. Anyways, okay. Do you remember how special Michael Keaton's Batman was? And I felt blessed to see the trailers in the movie with Jack Nicholson. Oh my god! I actually just rewatched the first Batman, and it's still like there's parts of it obviously that has aged a lot, but it's still like an amazing movie. Um, and part two as well. I love part two. Like Danny DeVito as the Penguin, and Michael Keaton and Michelle Pfeiffer, and everybody in that is just so magical. And then I remember as a kid being like super excited for like more of those movies to come out. And even as a child, I remember like being like, what did they do to what did they do to to my Batman? Why is he Val Kilmer and why is this stupid? Anyways, that was really painful. Even as a child, like even though I liked the toys and the stuff, like I kind of was just like, what happened here? Oh, isn't that like that's so painful, right? I know like a lot of people felt that way with like going from Heath Ledger as the Joker to Jared Leto with this like weird, I don't know, ganged out Joker, whatever the hell he was trying to do with that. And like, I don't even hate Jared Leto. I think he was like, I like them in Blade Runner and stuff, and I think he's going to be a good Morbius and stuff. But um, it's so hard going from one type of Batman or one type of character that you love to another. So was that not the Joker? Was that just like the guy who was the Joker before being the Joker? Yeah. He was. Did you guys watch the Justice League recut, whatever Snyder cut, whatever it was called? Um, they had a little bit with the Joker in there at the end, and that was better. I felt they kind of he felt better in that um, little snippet. They kind of got rid of a lot of the weird, gold teeth and stupid stuff, and it was still Jared Leto, but it felt like a better Joker to me. Like I was like, oh, this is cool. Um, don't like Batman, Joker, or Harley Quinn. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the Harley Quinn movies either. I know everybody really liked the her own movie, and I watched it, and I was like, yeah, this is fine for a DC movie, I guess, but I wasn't a huge fan. Oh, you're a Superman guy. I see. I'm more of a Batman guy myself, but I never quite got the appeal of Superman as much as other people. I kind of get it. Like people have explained to me why they like Superman, and I understand it. Um, but yeah, I wasn't my jam. I always liked Batman more. I don't even know why. I think it was honestly, I think I like Batman because of the animated cartoon show from the '90s. Um, it was just artistically amazing, and I fell in love with it. So I think I just kind of hung on to that. But I really liked the Joaquin Phoenix Joker, and if you saw that, that was a really good movie. Yeah, exactly. You can't make one win because of money. Absolutely, right? Ready to do anything with it. Um, yeah. So I don't know. It's hard. It's hard. Hollywood yuppies ruining our shit. Wish I was a Hollywood yuppie. Seems like such a fun thing, just ruining people's things they love. Yeah, so Superman is too good. Um, but that's so the thing that people always argue why they don't like Superman. It was my argument always as well. Is like he's perfect, right? Like he's almost invincible. Like he's a super good guy. Like you know he doesn't he's not that like flawed hero kind of thing like Batman, other heroes are. And that's the argument always against or Superman, right? He has no flaws. He's perfect, and so it's like, well, how could you relate to him? How could you, whatever? That was always the hard thing for people, and that was always my take too. And then someone explained it to me, and they're like, the cool thing about Superman is that he is flawless. He is like he can murder the world instantly, and he could be evil. He could have all the power. Like he literally has all the power in the world. Um, but he's uncorruptible. And the cool thing about somebody that strong, like a god, making a choice to be good is the powerful thing in Superman. Is kind of what somebody told me. And I'm not telling it well because I'm not well spoken enough to articulate the virtues of Superman. Um, yeah, I guess there's evil Superman, right? Injustice. Yeah, and again, right? Yeah, like what would somebody like power corrupts, right? Kind of deal. And with Superman, you would assume that eventually he would get so powerful that he would either become evil Or if you like The Watchmen, he would go full Dr. Manhattan where he just wouldn't care after a while, right? Like the fact that he is going to live forever and oops, sorry. I always forget this is all space W, Alt Shift. How do I get out of this mode? I always forget. Can I get out of that mode while I'm in play mode? There we go. Jeez, I forgot how to get out of that mode. Yeah, like Dr. Manhattan. I don't even know if he's soulless. He's just looking at humanity from like a distance, and he just loses humanity, right? Like he loses that human part of him. So I guess you're right. It is kind of like losing his soul, right? Like he, much like people thinking of Superman, he can no longer relate to humanity because he sees the world as a whole from like a different point of space and time and progression, that none of the trivialities of humanity matter to him, and so he has a hard time understanding why any of that should matter to him. Even life is like has a different perspective to him. So, and I think that could happen potentially to Superman. Like we never really discussed like what is Superman going to be like in 200 years when like Lois is dead and his children are dead, if he has children, or if whatever happens, like he is eventually going to be immortal and alone. um is that going to drive him crazy? Is that going to make him distance himself from everybody? I don't know. That's very different. Oh, does he have kids? Cool. Yeah, no, I agree, but like to him there is no soul, right? To him the planet is just, it's just another thing that passes through time, like a canyon being washed away by water. To him it doesn't matter because he can't see the value in it anymore because he's detached from it, right? And potentially that could happen to Superman. um and I forgot what game I or what was it? Golden Sun. Did you guys ever play Golden Sun? It's like a pretty old game. Oh, does he really? Oh, crazy. I guess that makes sense. He'd probably have to have kids with like a super person. um but in Golden Sun, you visit this like there's this like mythical, I don't know, like whatever race of creatures of humans that are immortal, and you learn about like how amazing they are and all the amazing things they used to do and create and stuff. And you go visit their society, and everyone is just so demotivated and sitting around doing nothing and all that because they're immortal, and they're like nothing matters to them, right? Like they're like, it doesn't matter what we do, like time never changes, there's no urgency, nothing happens, right? Like their timeline of how long a year is or a lifetime is so different because they're immortal and they know they can't die. And I think that's the special thing about Superman is, oh, I definitely made this too high, I can't do this. um, is that he could potentially go through that too, where he just um, goes for too long and doesn't care anymore because time just doesn't make sense, right? But I don't know. And then again, that's I think what is special about Superman is that even though all that is happening to him or could potentially happen to him, and being this super person, he is choosing to be good. He has the willpower to care and to like have a soul and to empathize with people, even though they're basically animals to him, or bugs in a dark type capacity where he doesn't, like Superman doesn't have to care about anybody. Why would he? Like if he wanted to, he could just, nobody can hurt him. He could just destroy whoever he wants. Like he could be selfish and evil, but he doesn't, right? And again, that's kind of the special thing, I guess, about him. So I thought that was kind of cool. I still don't really like Superman that much as a TV show or a movie. Um, but again, I was always a Batman guy, so Oh, sorry, I forgot to hit the back buttons. He has a perspective of that's the world not forgiving. Yeah, exactly, right? Yes, well, and that's the scary part about Superman is, and that's why Batman's always so scared of him is like, well, he could decide to go bad at any minute, right? Like something could happen to him. He could lose Lois or his mom, or he could just get bored. And if he just wanted to, he just cut the planet in half, or just become an emperor or whatever he wanted to be, right? So, something called Jupiter's Legacy coming. Oh, that's cool. Ah, that's interesting. Huh. Well, I didn't hear about that. Okay, so let's play this one more time. I was supposed to end my stream like half an hour, so I'm actually gonna end it soon because I gotta get going. Okay, so let's take a look at this for one more time here. So first, I wanted to make this like little shanty area that we can decorate eventually. So whatever, we're flying. I'm gonna put some more asteroids in these areas and stuff too, like closer to the track. I gotta think about the track a little bit more. So then we get to the shanty area, and you're like, oh, what is this? Why is there human? And it kind of goes over the curve, so it's like a nice little reveal. And people are going to be going really fast, so they're not going to do all this thinking so slowly. But so they're just like, oh, what is this, right? And this is still obscures it a little bit too much, I guess. I thought this would be enough, but um, might have to raise the camera up a little bit higher or something. But you kind of see it's going to be like derelict and all broken down and just have like some boards and stuff, right? And you're going to be like, oh, what is happening over here? Why is all this all broken? Obviously, this is made for like humans to walk on, but it's all like broken up and gross. Um, and you're going to be like, okay, cool. That was weird. Um, and then you're going to go through here and see if we could catch our tower in the background because I know it does. Okay, so oh, I guess no, we passed it already. You can see this tower from earlier on, but I guess you can't notice really well. So then you're going to get to the second area, which is going to kind of continue this idea of having the shanty town, but maybe it's going to be a little bit more well built. Because I got to lower some of this stuff too. And then you're like, oh, there's more like structures over here. And I think I'm going to just start building that up more and more. So then maybe by the time you get like over here, then you're going to start seeing like some stuff built around some of these asteroids. This is like a big asteroid belt, so people are going to be paying attention to all this stuff too, so I don't really have to worry too much about adding background art here. There's a lot of weird camera issues in this level. I think I'm just going to redo the camera. Yeah, and then over here is kind of chill. Okay, this is where we're going to start doing the town, I think. This part is just kind of like tight and slow, and we don't see a lot of background stuff as far as like other parts of the track. So I think we could start really being like, oh, this is like a whole town, and jump over some stuff. And then over here, we should be getting deep into the asteroid. Okay, maybe that'll be like a little pre-town, and then you're gonna get to an asteroid field again. Oh no. Okay, and this is the big asteroid heart, so this will be like the big village. And instead of these rocks, maybe I'll do like buildings and stuff, like you're going down a street or something like that. I think that'd be kind of cool. And then you'll exit out of here. This will be like maybe this will still be all the town and stuff. And I got to redo this part because this part's not going to work anymore. It's a cool idea, but we don't really have the tech for it. And I just don't think it's as fun as I thought it would be in my head. So I'll have to kind of rethink this. This could just be more part of the town. So maybe that'll help me think of some ideas, thinking of it from like a pirate town point of view. Yeah, this part's just kind of boring now. I'm trying to think of some animated stuff. Maybe I'll go through like a shipyard or something. Because in the Costa Canyon, I had like the magma pillars and stuff coming up, and those were really fun and looked really nice in videos and stuff too. So I think maybe having some pirate mechanical stuff will be cool. And then you'll jump out of here, and then this is like the last hoorah of the level. And then this will just be more asteroids, I guess, because you're out of the town. Cool. Yeah, I think I'm feeling that so far. Whoa! Oh, you guys kept doing the Superman thing. Sorry, I'm gonna catch up on some Superman talk here. Cool. Yeah, this is a good way to get rid of the Joker. I have a healthy thing. I don't want to ruin it. That's fair. Superman is a pretty great ideal, right? Like to live up to. I think that's the beautiful part of Superman too. Is like he is with all this power, he's still somebody to look up to and try and become and stuff like that. So not confirmed yet. I like it. Cool. Okay. Sorry, I'd love to keep chatting about Superman and stuff, but I do have to go make some dinner and answer a couple emails that have been flying my way. So we didn't really get that much done today, but I think we got a lot more, mental processing done and stuff. This is going to be a bit of a longer process, I think, because the with the other level we kind of jumped in after I was kind of done a lot of this stuff, so we were just kind of making assets and putting things together. So I think we're in a cool kind of place right now where we can talk about stuff. So awesome. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. I'm going to be online streaming again tomorrow at the same time. So if you want to come hang out, yeah, I know. I like our Superman tangent we went on today. That was pretty fun. Yeah, see everybody. Yeah, if you want to tune in, I'll be around at 3 o'clock tomorrow. Same bat channel and all that. Cool. Bye, everybody. Cheers.